Wife material is not just any woman. And this I've seen in many of the marriages that I'm counseling, that wife material is not just any woman. My wife material is a woman that carries certain qualities, that if those qualities are not there, it will be a challenge to marry that person.
If a man says these things to you, run for your life. Before we get right into that, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. If a man tells you he wants you to be his peace of mind and he's looking for a wife material, run for your life.
Or you gonna be the lover I need you to be. Or you gonna be peaceful. Or you gonna bring me the energy I need. Or you gonna massage me and rub me and be feminine and be submissive. Or you gonna do all that. Right. I don't care how many degrees you got. Exactly. I don't care how good you argue. I don't care how bad. Like, that don't matter to a real man. Right, especially out here in this world today as a black man. Like, we go through too much. We want to go home and we just want to be, you know what I'm saying? Just feel loved and just be like, yo, I know I'm going to go home. Like, a man will be at somewhere out just, man, I can't wait to go home. I'm going to come home. My girl going to take my damn socks off. She going to do this and I'm just going to have the food ready. The game going to be on. This is going to relax. So imagine being out working all day knowing you're finna go home to some more work, especially when you elevating her life. Right. Those are my only rules. I say, baby, listen. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to make sure your life easier. I'm going to do everything I need to do as a man. Only thing I ask you to do is be respectful, be loyal, and just be nasty. That's all I want. Right.
Happy and peaceful women are the new wave. Attitudes are not cute. Look, it's tough not only to be a man, but to be anybody that's working, that has a business, and is trying to be successful and provide for others. Nothing is more beautiful than coming home or being able to spend time with someone who gives you peace, supports you, and lets you be your authentic self. And girls ask me this all the time for some reason. And I can tell you from being a successful person and being around other guys that are really successful, we just want peace. If you're sweet, kind, giggly, just happy all the time, there's nothing better. Like, we love that. We don't want the attitude like those girls in the movies. Guys do not want that shit. We want kindness and sweetness. The rest, just be yourself. We'll provide. We'll do whatever. It doesn't matter to us. We just want peace.
I had an issue with the word peace. What are you going to say?
A lot of my guy friends, they're like, every man just wants a woman that brings him peace. I want to know what they mean by brings peace. Someone who's not going to nag you when you get in from work, or someone who's not going to get onto you about doing certain things, or...
Shall I tell you what I think it is? And I got this from my grandma. Choose your battles. Not everything has to be fought over.
That's simple, yeah.
There may have been something that he did, little thing. If it's not important, let it go.
But I feel like a lot of the time it's always simple things that can be fixed that guys choose to not fix. So then the woman keeps going over the same thing. So it seems like she's nagging. Like little things like maybe just putting the dish in the sink when you're done with it. That could just solve all the problems. You actually doing what you've been asked to a million times.
So I don't disagree with you. Here's the issue with that environment. She feels like she's mothering him because she feels like she's telling him what to do. So she's like, why am I babying this guy? And he's like, why is she nagging me? Here's just a suggestion, like putting his dish in the sink. If that is a major issue of your relationship, sit down, have a conversation. If it's not, then let it go. So he doesn't put his dishes in the sink. Why is that a big thing? Because I'll be honest, guys let a lot of things go for the sake of peace within a relationship, because he just wants her to be happy. He cares about her. So it's like, I'm not the biggest fan of this, but it's cool.
What I got from the explanation is they want a robot they can provide for. A robot without emotions. That robot should be willing to take instructions, shouldn't have her own opinions, shouldn't contribute, and should be willing to be controlled 100% by him. Men often think women are created for them. Women are existing for them. Women are not supposed to have their own needs, their own life aside finance. They think providing finance for a woman should fix all her problems. They often refuse to acknowledge other aspects of needs a woman has. The emotional needs, the spiritual needs. There are a lot of needs a woman has, but men just focus on the financial needs. To show that men are selfish and really don't care about women, they expect women to be there for them emotionally, give them emotional support, be their support system, but they refuse to do same for women, but but focus only on providing financially. Isn't that wickedness? If financial provision was good enough, what a lot of them have access to, do you think they will be out there looking for women? No. They know that financial provision is not good enough, but expect women to be there for them in other aspects of their lives.
Men need peace. This is not a cliche. As men, we have a lot to deal with out there. We're not built like most women. We release our emotions through crying. We don't do that. But when you come home and then you find somebody who is shouting at you, showing you all the things you're not, telling you what you've not done, that is how we're building broken men. A broken man will always break the heart of another lady. Men are delicate, but we don't tell you that. We thrive where we are praised. We thrive in conditions of peace. We love appreciation. Understand us when we have something, when we do not have. Do not belittle us. We are still the same. A woman who knows how to build her man even when he has nothing is a wise woman, and one day she will enjoy the work of her hands. I know there are those who have been supported when they were nothing, and when they rose to something they became reckless. We'll talk about them, but as of now, please, men need peace. That is the bottom line.
Men say we want our women to be our peace. We don't mean we want you to be Jesus for us, all right? We mean that we want emotional support, we want stability, and we want you to be the calmness, because when we step out as men, the world is against us. It's high levels of testosterone. The world is going to attack you. And so when we come home to our safe haven, this is what we want y'all to be for us, our calm. When we're going through things emotionally, help support us through our emotions, because y'all are the emotional beings. So our first nature is to be more logic than emotion. So don't get it misconstrued, ladies, when we say that. That's what we're looking for. And I hope that this helps clarify what we mean.
Peace is what a man is looking for. Not beauty, not money, not status. Do we want those things? Yes. But where we find peace, we will settle. So when I tell women, you need to be a man's peace. You need to make sure he has a peaceful home and a peaceful relationship. If you disturb that, he will look for peace elsewhere.
You want your wife to give you peace. You want her to give you peace of mind. The question is, are you giving her peace of mind too? Are you peaceful? Don't you know your wife also deserves peace of mind? You can't keep treating your wife anyhow. Talk to her disrespectfully. Speak to her rudely in the presence of your friends or in the public. You embarrass her. You cheat on her. You don't regard her wishes. You don't respect her boundaries. You don't give her peace of mind. She doesn't trust you. You've broken every type of trust. But you still expect her to give you peace. Mr. Tunde, Mr. Emmanuel, you need to change. It's time for you to take the lead when it comes to providing peace. Give your wife peace of mind. Carry her along. Speak to her kindly. Treat her with respect and care. Give her peace of mind. She deserves peace of mind.
Let's have a look at some comments. Please, I can't count how many women have done this for men and got nothing back. It's too much of a risk. I'd rather match energy. I did all this and he still got another girl pregnant. You want a robot. Men don't want women that will question their authority. Men don't want women that they cannot control. When a woman tells a man to do something, a lot of men are so reluctant to do that because a woman is not supposed to tell a man what to do in their head. It's supposed to be the other way. Men are supposed to be the ones giving orders. This explains why some men intentionally weaponize incompetence, because in their head they are struggling with the fact that their wives are telling them to assist, to go do something, to do house chores. The best way for them to rebel is to weaponize incompetence, and to them is a way for them to punish that woman. So in their head, normally women are not supposed to give orders. We are supposed to take orders from men. I'm already that way. He only covered the rent and our utilities and thought he was providing above and beyond for his family. No emotional intelligence or empathy, also an avoidant. 100%. But that man has to be at peace with himself first, because I have been on that end where no matter what, that man was not happy or at peace because he did not love or prioritize himself. Men are very selfish. They are looking for women that will serve them. And as a woman, if you've decided to take that role, just know that you will be living your life for that man. And at the end of the day, you will end up being miserable and regretful. So don't do it. Always prioritize your happiness. Put yourself first. You are a human as much as he is a human. Why should you lay down your life for him? Why should you put him first in everything when you as a human, you have a life as well? Why should you put your needs at the back all the time and put his forward? Don't do that. You were not created to be a servant to any man. Ignore what they think and what they feel and what they want. You are a human, like I said, as much as they are. Without a man, you can survive, you will thrive, and you will be good, and you will be alive. So don't live your life and make it all about a man. If you have a man, a good man, good. Or if you don't, be happy.
Ladies, when a man calls you wifey material, I'm gonna need you to run. I'm going to need you to run, because that man is threatening your life. He's threatening your humanity. He wants to end your life. It is not a compliment, mama. I promise you. No man that calls you wifey material. When a man calls you wifey material, he's looking at you like a slave. He's looking at you thinking, yeah, she's good for this. Yeah, she's good for that. Yeah, that's what he sees when he says you are wifey material. You ask a man to write a list here of the type of woman that he considers to be wife or wife material. You will see the list of a slave. On the back of that list, ask him the requirements that he needs to become, the type of man that he needs to become to gain the type of woman that he is looking for as a wife. That list is going to have about 2 or 3 things on it pushing. But he ain't going to try to become the man that he needs to be to get the woman that he needs. No. Instead, he will use this stupid narrative of your wifey material. And you two like, oh dear, you now start bending over. I think, oh my God, he called me wifey material. Oh my God, he looks at me like a wife. No, mama, he's looking at you like a slave. Because if a man is actually looking at you in that mind frame for real, he's not going to say wifey material. You know what he's going to say? I want to take care of you. That's what he's going to say. I want to take care of you. Not I want you to be wifey material. He wants a slave. Someone that will cook, someone that will clean, someone that will just be there, someone that will be dummy, someone that will be sex slave. That is what he wants. If he's not coming with, I want to take care of you. As in, I want to be the one to be the head of the household. I want to be the one to provide for you, to take care of you, so that the world can see you and you're glowing. And it's because of me. If he's not coming to you with that vibe, my dear, please, Joe, when you hear you are wifey material, do not look at it as compliment. Do not look at compliment. Run. That's not somebody that's going to take care of you. That's somebody who wants you to take care of them. Now slave who they look for. I've said my own.
When she said you should be looking for a man that will tell you that he's going to take care of you, I don't agree with that. There is really nothing wrong with a man wanting to take care of his wife. But I don't expect you to sit back and expect a man to take care of you 100%. By doing so, you are already creating room for a man to use you and misuse you. A lot of men that call themselves providers, a lot of men with the provider mindset are very controlling. So, sweetheart, I wouldn't want you to find yourself in such a position. Rather, you should be looking for a man that is willing to get into partnership with you. Because with partnership, it gives the opportunity for you to come to the table with your terms and conditions. If a man is providing for you 100%, that will take away your voice. But if you're providing for yourself and seeing that relationship as a partnership, it gives you that room to have your terms and conditions, to have your do's and don'ts. Same applies to him. So personally, I would not advise any woman to sit back and be looking for a man that will take care of her 100%. As long as you are hale and hearty, I do expect you to focus on developing yourself and also have something going for you, no matter how little it is. Do not depend on any man to feed you 100%.
The first thing that I learned and that I realized is that men can tell if you're a wife material or not. They can tell if you're radiating wife energy or not. The men that will say that you're the wife, you're the one that I want to marry. And guess what? A man can be your best friend. He can really care about you. He can enjoy hanging out with you. He can even enjoy making love to you and still not see you as his wife. And it comes down to it, from interviewing the 4,000 people that I interviewed, from doing the dating experiment, what it comes down to is that men can tell you if you radiate wife energy or not. And just because if you don't radiate wife energy doesn't mean that you're not a good woman. But I'm just telling you what it is. Men choose the woman who radiates wife energy.
The number one thing that makes a man think of you as wife material. Here's a hint. It's not your looks, your figure, or your job. Hey, it's Brett Parker. I help men and women with relationships. So men don't choose a wife. Men don't set their sights on someone to marry based on how they look. Guys usually date women in the same kind of league, I guess, for lack of a better word, women who are roughly the same level of attractive. He's not going to meet somebody who he thinks is much more attractive and think, oh my God, I have to marry her. That's not how it works. And your figure is the same way. Guys are attracted to women with different types of figures, and those are the women that he's going to date. Right? But the woman he's going to think of to marry, the one that he wants to spend his life with, the one that he doesn't want to live without, the one that he wants with him in the foxhole, right? Us against the world. That's a woman with a nurturing heart. That's a woman who will nurture him, who will respect him. And really, nurturing is an undervalued quality, but it's what we look for. It's what men look for. Now, that doesn't mean you have to dumb yourself down. That doesn't mean you can't be amazing and beautiful and successful and ambitious and brilliant in all sorts of ways. But a man wants to be nurtured, just like a woman wants to feel safe. If a guy makes you feel safe, you're going to slip easily into your feminine energy, right? Then you can be nurturing. Then you can be sensual. Then you can be feminine. And that's what makes a good match. It's not how you look. It's not your body. It's not, if you need to lose a few pounds. It's really connecting with a man who feels like you are the nurturing person that he wants to spend his life with. That's it. 3 weird habits that have men see you as wife material. You won't believe number 3. These are 3 shocking habits that tap into your feminine superpower that will make him see you as the one. Number 1 is the feminine surrender. This is where you let him take control even though you may know a better way. I've said it many times. You have to open the door for a man and let him step into his masculine energy. When you do that time and time again, he sees you as the woman that he trusts to be with him. By surrendering control, you actually gain more influence and deepen his attraction. Number 2, and this may be tough for you, the radical acceptance. This is where you accept all of his flaws instead of trying to change them. True love is about acceptance, not judgment. If you notice a flaw, accept it, don't judge it. This creates a safe space for deep connection and vulnerability, not just for him, but for you too. And number 3, you're gonna like this one. It's the brutal honesty habit. This is where you call out his bullshit and his potential to his face. Men crave a woman who not only sees the best in them, but demands it. You have to point out when he's not living up to his potential and then celebrate when he does. Not only will he rise to meet your expectations, but he will deeply value your perspective. Remember, being wife material isn't about being perfect or playing games. It's about embracing your feminine energy, speaking your truth, and creating genuine connection. So, I want to know, which of these habits do you think will challenge you the most? Leave your comments below. Hope this helps.
When a man says he wants a wife material, it means he's looking for a slave. He's looking for a woman that is willing to always bend over for him. A woman he can use as a doormat. A woman that has no voice. A woman that is willing to be docile, take instructions from him and ignore all his excesses. A woman that is willing to accommodate his bad behaviors. If the man is a cheat, a woman that is willing to take the cheating behavior and not complain and still remain in that relationship with him, but she cannot cheat back. Men understand as women we have a lot to offer. We have a lot of skills. So some men out there looking for wife materials, they're also looking for women that have got the skills that will enhance their own life as men. Women that can cook, women that have the ability to reproduce, women that can maintain emotional stability, women that can provide emotional support. These are what men are looking for and more from women. Men are users. So if they look at you and they feel like they cannot control you and you're not the type that is willing to take instructions from any man or from them, they will tag you, you're not a wife material. If you think you can't cook, you can't clean, and you're not willing to be docile and be a doormat, they will say you're not a wife material. So if a man tells you you're not a wife material, it's not something for you to be angry about. You should be proud of yourself, because you have proven to that man that you're not stupid, you're not willing to be used. Any man that tells you a wife material, you should check yourself, because obviously you're doing something wrong. For a man to see you that way, it means you are doing something wrong. It means you're willing to be used by men. If you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch men who feel like them marrying a woman is them doing her a favor. And I'll see you all in another one. Thanks for watching.